Welcome to Trivia Clips. She's a rock and roll rebel, a pioneer, and a legend. Let's see how well you know Joan Jett, her career, her hits, and her legacy. Get ready for part 1 of this high-voltage trivia challenge. 1. What was the name of Joan Jett's first band? A. The Heartbreakers. B. The Runaways. C. Girl School. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. The Runaways. Joan Jett co-founded the Runaways in the mid-1970s. They were one of the first all-female rock bands to gain major attention. The band challenged gender roles in the music industry. Joan played rhythm guitar and shared lead vocals. Their rebellious image caused both praise and controversy. The Runaways became cult icons after their breakup. 2. What is Joan Jett's most famous song? A. Bad Reputation. B. Cherry Bomb. C. I Love Rock and Roll. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. I Love Rock and Roll, released in 1981 with the Blackhearts. It hit #1 on the Billboard charts. It stayed there for 7 weeks and became her signature song. The track was originally written by Arrows in 1975. Jett made it an anthem with raw vocals and gritty guitar. It's still a karaoke favorite and rock staple today. She turned a cover into a career-defining hit. Chapter 3. Who produced her debut solo album? A. Kenny Laguna. B. Rick Rubin. C. Phil Spector. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Kenny Laguna. Kenny Laguna became her longtime collaborator and friend. He believed in her when labels didn't, helping fund her first album. They distributed it independently out of the trunk of his car. The album later became Bad Reputation. Laguna has worked with Jett ever since. Their partnership defined her DIY success story. 4. What punk icon did Joan Jett play guitar with in 1979? A. Johnny Rotten. B. Iggy Pop. C. The Sex Pistols. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. The Sex Pistols. She briefly filled in for Sid Vicious on bass during early sessions. After the Runaways disbanded, she spent time in England. There, she connected with members of the punk scene. Though unofficial, her ties to punk are real and deep. Jett blended punk energy with classic rock riffs. She was never just pop, she was punk with polish. 5. What's the name of her band after the Runaways? A. The Blackhearts. B. The Riot Girls. C. The Deadhearts. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. The Blackhearts. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts were formed in 1980. They became her most famous and successful project. Together, they released multiple albums and toured worldwide. The band gave her creative control and freedom. Their chemistry and raw sound defined 80s rock. They're still active and influential today. Box 6. In what movie did Kristen Stewart play Joan Jett? A. Nowhere Fast. B. The Runaways. C. Cherry Bomb. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. The Runaways. The 2010 biopic The Runaways starred Kristen Stewart as Jett. It depicted the rise and fall of the band. Jett was involved in the film's production. She coached Stewart on her voice and mannerisms. The movie revived interest in The Runaways. It showed Jett's lasting cultural impact. 7. What major music honor did Joan Jett receive in 2015? A. Kennedy Center Honor. B. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. C. Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She was inducted alongside the Blackhearts. Jett thanked those who believed in her when others didn't. Her speech was passionate and humble. She finally got the recognition she deserved. Her induction symbolized victory for women in rock. A punk pioneer became a rock institution. 8. What phrase is linked to her musical attitude? A. No regrets. B. Rock like a girl. C. Bad reputation. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. Bad reputation. Her 1980 solo album carried this title. It became an anthem for not caring what people think. She embraced rebellion without apology. The song appears in TV, films, and sports intros. It defined her bold public image. To this day, Joan Jett still lives it. End of Part 1. Feeling the power of rock yet? Stick around. Part 2 dives even deeper into her legacy. Let's roll. Welcome back to Trivia Clips. You're halfway through the Joan Jett Challenge. Time to turn up the volume and finish strong with Part 2. 9. What record label did Joan Jett co-found? A. Riot Records. B. Blackheart Records. C. Jetstar Records. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. B. Blackheart Records. She co-founded it with Kenny Laguna in 1980. No labels wanted to sign her at the time, so she built her own path independently. Blackheart became one of the first female-founded labels. It supported other women in rock as well. Jett turned rejection into empowerment. 10. What band did Joan Jett almost join in the 90s? A. Red Hot Chili Peppers. B. Nirvana. C. Guns N' Roses. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Nirvana. After Kurt Cobain's death, the band considered dead. She performed with surviving members in tribute shows. Dave Grohl praised her energy and voice. The collaboration was short-lived but powerful. Fans still imagine what could have been. It showed her cross-generational respect. 11. Which sports organization used her music for promotion? A. NFL. B. WWE. C. NASCAR. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. WWE. Bad Reputation became the entrance theme for Ronda Rousey. It introduced her to a new generation of fans. The song's message fit Rousey's bold persona. Jett even performed it live at WrestleMania. It was a huge moment in pop culture. Jett keeps rocking all kinds of arenas. Doctor 12. What issue has Joan Jett actively advocated for? A. Animal rights. B. Gun control. C. Environmentalism. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Animal rights. She's a vocal supporter of PETA and vegetarianism. Jett has appeared in multiple campaigns over the years. She believes compassion includes animals too. Her activism aligns with her punk ethos. She practices what she preaches off stage. Even her fashion avoids animal products. 13. What instrument is Joan Jett known for? A. Bass. B. Drums. C. Guitar. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. Guitar. Jett's powerful rhythm guitar drives her sound. She plays with raw energy and minimal effects. Her white Gibson Melody Maker is iconic. She's proof that you don't need solos to rock. Her tone is tight, fierce, and unmistakable. The guitar is her weapon of choice. 14. What was the name of her 1983 hit album? A. Up Your Alley. B. Glorious Results. C. Album. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. Album. Yes, she literally called it Album. It featured tracks like Fake Friends and Everyday People. The title was a statement of defiance. Jett didn't play by the industry's rules. The album received mixed reviews but solid sales. She let the music speak for itself. 15. Who directed the documentary Bad Reputation? A. Kevin Kerslake. B. Allison Elwood. C. Joan Jett herself. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Allison Elwood. Released in 2018, it chronicled her life and career. It featured interviews with Billie Joe Armstrong, Iggy Pop, and more. The film explored her fight for recognition. It showed her impact beyond the stage. It was raw, honest, and inspiring. The title says it all, no apologies. 16. What band did Joan Jett tour with in 2022? A. Kiss. B. Foo Fighters. C. Def Leppard and Mötley Crüe. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. Def Leppard and Mötley Crüe. She joined the stadium tour alongside Poison as well. The tour brought together 80s rock legends. Her sets reminded everyone why she still rocks. She held her own with the big boys. The tour had massive crowds and rave reviews. At 60 plus, she proved she's unstoppable. That's the end of part 2. How many did you get right? Whether you're a casual fan or a rock aficionado, Joan Jett's legacy is loud, proud, and still alive. Don't forget to like, follow, and rock on with trivia clips.